sanātsanātanatamaḥ kapilaḥ kapiravyayaḥ svastidaḥ svastikṛtsvastiḥ svastibhuk svastidakṣiṇaḥ.
The first two names we can take them together. sanātsanātanatamaḥ. Sanat means very, very old. Sanatana Dharma we say means most ancient. Means we do not know, we can't keep track of it with regard to time. Most ancient. How old is it? We can't fix up the time for it. When we can't fix up a time for it, antique piece we say very, very old. Sometimes we can fix up the time for it, the age of it. It is 1000 years old, 2000 years old. This temple is 1000 years old. So we can go back. That also we call it as ancient. But there is something for which we can't fix up a time at all. Most ancient. Puratana is another word for it. So how to explain? Sanat means very, very old. Sanat, how old? It was beyond time. When time started, only then this, we start processing it. And we say this is 1 year old, this is 2 years old, this is 1000 years old, this is 5000 years old, etc., etc. This is all when time has started. In time we can fix up. But how can we fix up something which was there before time? So the best way to say it, Sanat, ancient. But before ancient also there must be something more ancient than that. Therefore it is being emphasized over here as sanātanatamaḥ. It's like saying old, older, oldest. Oldest. Beyond. How beyond? Beyond the beyond. So beyond the beyond has got no beyond. So how to indicate that to us? They say puratanaha, sanatanaha. We all belong to the Sanatana Dharma, they say, which means it's got no age. All other small religions have their origin. Does ours have an origin? It doesn't have an origin. That's why it's more than a religion. It's a system of living, it's a way of living. It's all beliefs, tradition, custom, put to everything is very scientifically it has come. From when did it come? It came from time immemorial, we say. Means how far my memory can go beyond that. How far can we take time beyond to the past? Beyond that. So how to describe Bhagavan was there even before time was born. In him time was born, in him space was born. Therefore we can only say sanātsanātanatamaḥ. He is the beginningless, he is the endless, ananta visa. And he is the most ancient. How ancient? He is the most ancient. That's all we can say. Therefore we say Sanatana Dharma. Has it got a date? When it came into being? No. If it's got a date and then it came into being, then we can't call it Sanatana Dharma at all. So it was. From when just before creation started, it was. Bhagavan was. Just before time was created, he was. So how to describe him to all of us? The best way is sanātsanātanatamaḥ. Kapila Maharshi, he comes in the Bhagavad, like I already said. It's not just that the 10 avatars of Bhagavan. They are prominent, but there are so many avatars of Bhagavan which have been indicated in Bhagavad Puran. So one of them is Kapila Muni. So therefore Bhagavan is identifying himself over here by Kapila. Earlier also it has come. So once more it has come over here. Kapila means Rishi Kapila. Why is Rishi Kapila's name over here indicated? He is the one who is responsible for the Sankhyan philosophy, the highest philosophy which talks about Advaita. Beyond that there is nothing. Because when we come to Advaita, it means that thou art, the teacher says. He says, you are the Lord, you are Brahman, I am Brahman. If I am Brahman, means Brahman and me not two but the same. Beyond that there is nothing left over. Who gave to us the Sankhyan philosophy? Who gave to us this greatest philosophy? Kapila Mahamuni gave it out. And therefore Bhagavan is identifying himself with Kapila Mahamuni and he says, I am Kapila himself. Kapihi. Kapihi means one who helps water to evaporate. What helps water to evaporate? Lord Sun. He is the one who converts the water into vapor. Therefore, Kapihi also means Lord Sun over here. So one sun, so many names associated with him. How beautifully in Sanskrit, one factor can be indicated by so many names, so many terms. So Kapihi also means Surya Bhagavan, because he is the one who dries up everything, who makes the water, liquid state, go off into vapor state. And also it means, Kapi literally means one who drinks water. Drinks water means dries it up, converts it into vapor form. Another meaning is, P means pibantam, to drink. Ka means happiness. So one who drinks in happiness. One who drinks in happiness obviously must be one who revels in happiness. So therefore he is also called as Kapi. Kapi Hanumanji. Hanumanji is not just a monkey over there, an animal, no. We say Kapi. Kapisha is called Lord of Monkeys. Kapi is one who revels in Ananda, who revels in bliss. Who are the ones who revel in Ananda or bliss? All our masters who have realized, Jivan Muktas, who have reached the state of enlightenment. Mukti has happened to them, moksha has happened to them. They are all Kapis. In the sense, they are all reveling in that supremest blissful state. And who is Bhagavan? He is Kapisha, Lord of the monkey, Lord of all of them, Guru of all gurus, Lord of all lords, is being indicated over here. Here Vishnu Sahasranama, therefore it is indicating to our Lord Vishnu or Narayana over here. So he is the one who is constantly reveling in his own blissful state, in his own in that Anand, which has got no opposite. Our happiness has got its opposite, happy, unhappy ways. But bliss has got no opposite word. We don't say a bliss over there. Ananda has got no opposite. So it's just one word. So it's just a positive. We can't even call it a positive state, because when we say positive, negative immediately will come in. It's a one without a second state. A state which has got no opposite. In that state, who is reveling? All our masters are reveling in it. And Lord is the one who is the master of all masters. He is the one who is the guru of all gurus. Therefore, he is addressed as Kapihi. Apyayaḥ, one who merges everything into him ultimately. Brahma creates, Vishnu maintains, Paripalana he does. Finally, into whom will everything merge back into? We call him as Rudra. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, but all the three of them are one and the same. One cannot function without the other two. So, because this is Vishnu Sahasranama, Vishnu himself is Brahma, the creator. Vishnu himself, of course, is Vishnu, the one who is looking after. And Vishnu himself is Rudra, the one who ultimately dissolves everything into him. So, the one into whom all of this, all the 14 worlds will finally merge back. He is called as Apyayaḥ. In some Vishnu Sahasranamas, instead of Apyayaḥ, it is Avyayaḥ. So if it is Avyayaḥ, it means, Vyaya means change, modification, variation. From that comes the word Vyavahara, transaction. In transaction, somebody gains, somebody loses. On one side there is increase, one side there is decrease. That which goes through mutation. Vyaya. Avyayaḥ means immutable. He knows no change, he knows no modification, he knows no variation. He is just the changeless. There is no increase in him, there is no decrease in him. He is just the same factor in all periods of time, in all the states that we go through every day, waking, dream and deep sleep. Bhagavan is there in us, Avyayaḥ. So he is the immutable, capital I. So Avyayaḥ, both terms are there. In some Vishnu Sahasranamas it is Apyayaḥ, in some it will be Avyayaḥ. Both of them are valid for him. The second line of 96th stanza we have to go through. It is svastida, svastikṛt, svasti, svastibhuk, svastidakṣiṇaḥ. We will take them all together because swasti is common in all of the names. So swasti means auspiciousness, very good, mangalakara, shubhakara. That is what it implies. Svastik, that symbol over there, it represents something which is good, something which has got positive energy, something which is very, very auspicious. So Bhagavan is of the nature of auspiciousness itself. Here over here, swasti. Swasti means one who is the source of all auspiciousness. If he has to give to us auspiciousness, he must be an embodiment of auspiciousness. He is like auspiciousness walking on 2 feet. Mangala Murati, we say. Kalyana Murti. Bhagavan is auspiciousness itself. It's not that it is a quality in him. He is an embodiment of, he is a personification of swasti, auspiciousness. So when he is of the nature of auspiciousness itself, what can he give to us? He can give to us only what he has. When somebody asks us something, we can give to them only if we have it. If we don't have it, we will say sorry. Or if they know that we don't have this particular whatever they won't even ask us. So we always can give to somebody what we have. So if goodness is there in us, we give to others goodness in the form of thoughts, in the form of words, in the form of activities, good actions. But if we are basically wicked, low, vicious, base, vulgar, only that will come out of us in and through all our equipment. Our thoughts also will not be all right. Our words also will not be all right. Neither our actions will be like that. Bhagavan is of the nature of auspiciousness itself. Satchit Ananda, we say. Therefore, what can he give to us? He can give to us only that which is auspicious to us. We will feel completely contented, satisfied. We will feel truly and highly blessed when the Lord enters into our lives. So swastida, the means to give. So swastida means one who gives swasti to all his devotees. So whatever the Lord gives to us, we may like it, we may not like it, that is different. But from his standpoint, that's the right thing that we need in that particular place, in that particular time interval, in that situation, environment, whatever it is, whatever the Lord gives to us will become a blessing. Even adversities can turn out into blessings. We may not feel that it is okay for us, we don't want it, but in the long run, we will find that that was the best that could have happened to us. So Bhagavan looks into all of that. He is very far-sighted. So swastida, he who gives to us auspiciousness, blessedness, fulfillment, everything that we need in our lives, he will give to us. Swastida. Svastikṛt. Krit means to do. Whatever he does will again be all auspicious only. Mangalakara it will be. Never will the Lord do anything which is Ashubha, Amangala. It is, whether it is to an individual or to a community. Whether it is at a micro level or at a macro level. Individual or universal. Vyashti or Samashti. Whatever he does, if we take it in a larger perspective, creation, sustenance, looking after, and then dissolution, and in our individual lives also. So whatever the Lord does, whatever he does, it will come to us. So actually all the namas are interrelated. So svastikṛt, therefore svastidha, he does whatever is good for all of us. And over there, is he partial? No, he is not partial. In the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu. I am equal to all. I am equally available to all. He does the same to all of us. It is we all who receive it in different way. From our standpoint, from our viewpoint, our perspective, we look at it. But the Lord can never ever do anything harmful to us, negative to us. inauspicious to us, he is not capable of doing it at all. So therefore svastikṛt, he who always does, who always brings in auspiciousness into our lives. How much ever we have been on the wrong path, maybe we were treading the path of unrighteousness, adharma, for whatever reason. The moment we bring in the Lord into our lives, everything will start falling into place. Again in the 9th chapter, Bhagavan says, Achara means conduct. Durachara means bad conduct. Sudurachara, extremely bad in conduct. Such a person, even if they turn towards me, Bhagavan says, from that day onwards, we have to consider him as a sadhu. Till now he was a sinner. He was an adharmi. The moment he turns towards the Lord, he or she, whoever it be, turns towards the Lord, they become dharmatma. So sadhu, he says over there. Why? The moment we turn towards him and connect with him, it only has to be auspiciousness in our life. Mangalatva will come to us, Shubhatva will come to us, blessedness, we will feel blessed, we will feel fulfilled, satisfied, contented. It's something to experience rather than to talk about it. So therefore, svastikṛt, svastidaḥ, svasti, we already went through that, is of the nature of an embodiment of auspiciousness. That is why for Hanumanji, we say Mangala Murati. Mangalatva itself, walking on 2 feet. Personification of auspiciousness. Swasti. Svastibhuk, he enjoys. If he is of the nature of auspiciousness, if whatever he does is auspicious, whatever he gives onto the other side is auspicious, naturally he must be reveling in auspiciousness. That is the meaning of kapi. Kavi. Ka means ananda. Pi means pibantam. One who drinks in ananda or happiness. Drinks in means one who revels in. So he who revels in ananda or he who revels in auspiciousness is called as kapi. Where pa is, we can bring in va also, kavi. Therefore all our masters, saints, prophets, rishis, we call them as kavi also. Kavi doesn't mean just a poet. Yes, they see more than what we see, they hear more than what we hear, and whatever they have given out to us is also in meter form, all the scriptures. So in that sense also we say kavi. But one who is always reveling in that highest state, highest blissful state, which is a state of auspiciousness. So he is constantly enjoying it, he is constantly reveling in it. And in that when he is reveling, does he need anything or any being to support it? No. Therefore they are Ramana they are doing. Ramana means one who is reveling in. To revel in, we don't need the help or the support of anything or any being. Whereas when we are sporting with when we say krida, means we are sporting. Sporting with what? Or sporting with whom? So in sport, we need something or a being other than us. But when it comes to reveling, we don't need anything or we don't need any being to support us. It's just one. So he is one who is reveling in his own blissful state or in his own state of auspiciousness. Svastibhuk, svastidakṣiṇaḥ. Dakshina again means to give. It's already come, svastida. So svastidakṣiṇaḥ. Dakshina also comes from the word daksha. Dakshata means very prompt, very quick, alert, very efficient. Quickly he gives to us. He doesn't waste, he doesn't prolong, he doesn't delay. Bhagavan never ever delays, nor does he prolong. It's we all who postpone things. What we need to do today, what we need to give to somebody today, we will postpone it. We will say tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, we will say again tomorrow. So it goes on in us. We are the ones who keep on postponing it. Bhagavan is not like that at all. He is very efficient. Right now, quick, very prompt. He's always like in attention mode, MODE. So is he all ears for us? Yes, he is all ears for us. Did he hear our prayer? Of course he heard it. But 25 times we may say something very loudly to a person right near us, but it would not have registered to the person. Why? They are not alert at all. So quick action will never be there. So Bhagavan is not like that at all. He is very, very quick, very, very efficient in giving to us whatever we deserve. There's a very beautiful song by Saint Kanakadasaru. When Kanakadasa went to Udupi to have the darshan of Lord Krishna, they didn't allow him inside because he was supposed to come from the shepherd community. So they said, we will not allow you inside. So therefore he was very hurt, he was very pained. And therefore what did he do? He went round the temple and went to the backside of the temple on the western side. Bhagavan was there. Normally in temples, Bhagavan faces east. So Krishna was facing east. So he went to the western side wall of the temple, sat down over there and started singing. Kanakadasa was a very, very literary person, very knowledgeable. We have great, beautiful kritis and compositions by Kanakadasa. So he sat down over there and he invoked the Lord. He said, Bagilenu tegedu seveyenu kodo hariye. He said, open the door and give me your seva. Means, I want to serve you. How can we serve the Lord? When he gives darshan. So he is indirectly asking for the Lord's darshan over there. And the song goes very beautifully. He picks up the incident of Gajendra. He picks up the incident of Draupadi. All very, very timely intervention by the Lord. With Gajendra, the elephant, when its foot got caught, the crocodile caught hold of the elephant's leg and started pulling it into the lake. It comes in the Puranas, this story, Gajendra Moksha. The elephant wanted to naturally get out of the clutches of the crocodile. So it tried with all its strength and might to get away from the clutches of the crocodile. But the crocodile seemed to be very powerful and it started pulling the elephant into the water. So both of them, it was like a tug of war between the elephant and the crocodile over there. Time passed. The elephant went on trying its best with its strength. Finally, it got so exhausted, it had to give up. When that moment came, when it was totally exhausted, totally fatigued, the elephant lifted up its tongue. It picked up a lotus from that same Sarovar lake where the crocodile was, lifted up the trunk, offered it to the Lord and called out to him. And the Lord immediately came. He never said afterwards. Because one split second later on, if the Lord had come, the crocodile would have pulled the elephant into the water and the elephant would have died. That is what is called timely help. All capital letter double underline. Now, the timely is very, very significant for all of us. Earlier, timely help, it's not timely help at all. Anyway, she did it. She wanted to help me. I never asked her, but she helped. Later on, it is of no use at all. So at that point of time, in that particular place, in that particular situation, whatever it be, a timely help is very, very important. So therefore we are told, Bhagavan, the moment the elephant called out to the Lord just ran. Why? Immediately I have to save the elephant, otherwise it's lost. So we are told, it's a very beautiful story over there which is narrated. Lord just got up from Adishesha, from the bed on which he was lying down, Adishesha, and he just started running. Garuda was running behind him. Lord, please get on to me, I will take you faster. Shankha Chakra were there with him. They were running behind him, I believe. Lord, please pick us up in your hand because you need, at least the chakra he needs. The Lord just started off. Everybody was running behind him. Garuda was behind, Shankachakra was behind. Then he got onto Garuda, picked up the Shankachakra, and then he came over. And from the horizon, Bhagavan on Garuda was far in the horizon, in the sky. He left his Sudarshana from there. At the right time, it struck the crocodile and killed it. Draupadi, when Dushasana was disrobing her, in the beginning she tried to help herself. She tried to protect herself. But there came a stage when she just could not protect herself at all. At that point of time, she just lifted up both her hands and sought the help of the Lord. We can imagine what could have happened at that moment. It doesn't need minutes. It doesn't even need few seconds. Just 1 or 2 seconds is enough. 1 second is enough for all the dishonor to happen to her. She just lifted both her hands up. At that point of time, at that very point of time, the Lord came and helped her. That is called timely help. We can't even call it timely help because it's Lord's divine timely help. So Kanakadasaru writes so beautifully over there, at the right time you came and saved Gajendra. At the right time you came and saved Draupadi. And at the end he says, Samaya unte ninage. Is there anything called as time for you? There is nothing called time for you. Why? You are always alert. You are always prompt. It's all for us. We say, please give me time. Okay, you told me to do this. I want time. For anything, we will say, I want time. Even if time is given to us, still we will say, I want more time. I don't have time. There is want of time, lack of time. Bhagavan never uses these words at all. In his dictionary, it's not there. So beautifully, Dasaru writes over there, is there anything called time for you? There is nothing like that. The moment the devotee invokes you, you are there. It's called very prompt, very quick, very efficient. Bhagavan is like that. So svastidakṣiṇaḥ, quickly he will come. Efficiently he will perform. Very alert he is, very prompt he is. He never ever takes time. Or he never postpones anything. So svastidakṣiṇaḥ. There are so many stories in the Puranas which will support these beautiful names of the Lord. So svastidakṣiṇaḥ.